Hello guys and welcome back to some more World of Tanks. Today I'm bringing you another in the series of toxic Russian tanks. So this series is going through the premium tanks in every nation. Obviously this Russian nation's pretty big, so this has got its own video of tanks that are either broken or just toxic for the game. So that doesn't necessarily mean the tank's good, but that particular tank can ruin someone else's game who's it's not really their fault. You know, they're not playing badly per se, they just get unlucky and they get hit by a big gun or whatever, you know, like artillery, you know, that kind of thing. It's kind of toxic for the game. Makes people hate the game. It's just not good for the game in general. Obviously I'm not bringing you the best games in these particular tanks. I needed to do these videos. And obviously there's quite a few tanks to get through, so I'm just bringing you games which, you know, you can gather how good the tank is, right? And the first one is in the Shaska. It's a premium TD at tier 8. It's very stealthy. It's got a turret, not the best turret in the world, but it's still got a turret. And it hits very hard, and it's, yeah, just kind of very, very good TD. If you were going to get in a Russian tier 8 TD, I would probably always choose this over pretty much any. And as you can see, we are in a tier 10 game, and our team is losing. Our team is losing badly. Like I said, just bringing you some games, to be honest. And we hit the first shot, and it's 496 there, just under the 500 mark. And yeah, this is a tier 8. We're sitting here because we can get a hit on that guy, and we pull back, and as you can see, we're going to get hit from all directions at this point. As you can see, we've got smashed for most of our hit points. This is a tier 10 game. Trying to get a shot on this guy, and of course it fails, and it's a manticore. We ram it to death, luckily. So we're in pretty much a one shot for everything right now. But we got almost 1,500 combined in a tier 10 match. This is one of those tanks you go, oh great, yeah, it's okay, we're bottom tier, but I'd much prefer to be in this tier 8 than pretty much most other tier 8s in a tier 10 game, because it can hit, like I said, pretty hard. The load time and the aim time are pretty damn good as well, and like I said, it is very stealthy. And of course, bounce off the side of that guy. We've had a lot of missed shots and just hitting the wrong angles and bouncing, but we are actually now pulled back and we're winning this game. But unfortunately, as you can see, we put another shot into that guy and actually pen this time. I'm almost at 2,000. Can we pull this back and win this game? Looks like a lot of tier 10s left on the enemy team and tier 9s. Don't know quite sure what is on our team at this point. We fired several shots on that guy. One bounced because the shot went up high. It's a bit unfortunate. Really just want to get hit into that guy. Now the teams we're still winning, but we do have map control, but they've got cover here. And we got another shot into type 4 heavy. Bit unfortunate for that guy. Not the best map for it, but he is sitting in the city. But yeah, we can get shots in side on. We've kind of got map control, so it's good. As you can see, we have got 3,000 combined in a tier 10 match. I don't think you'll be getting that result quite as easily in any other tank, to be honest. But the enemy team does have a broken Tyran, which we'll get to later in the video. Another premium tank, another broken TD. But yeah, obviously they're sitting in the middle. We should be able to get this right. finally get a shot into the side of that guy and damage his ammo, his fuel tank. Unfortunately, we didn't set him on fire. This guy's sitting side on. And it's a tier 8, and we bounced because it's another premium tank that's actually quite good. Wouldn't say it's toxic per se. I guess you could say that if you're a bottom tier. And that's kind of what a lot of these videos are. Some of these tanks aren't, say, broken when it comes to facing being bottom tier, but you know, if they're top tier, they are really broken. And again, I don't know where that shot went. So it's now 3-2. This guy's on very little health, so it's just the Terran we've got to worry about, really. Trying to wiggle a shot on this guy. And I missed that shot. I only need... Yeah, there we go. Right. So only 2 of us left now, though. And unfortunately, that guy is a heavy, and he's on very little hit points. And I'm also on very little hit points. So the thing is, the Terran is also a broken TD. He's pretty much just as stealthy. Obviously, got better view range, so he's going to outspot us, and all he needs to do is hit us once and we're dead. We don't know how many hit points this guy's on, but if he's got enough to take 2 hits from me and this other guy, could be all over. Now, I did take a bit of damage there, but it pretty much doesn't matter. The Terran can kill me in one shot, whether I was on 200 or not. Obviously, still don't like to do that kind of thing, but yeah. So really, we want to try to team up with this guy, because because he's going to outspot us. So really, he's then going to fire on whoever he spots first. So it's going to be me or the other guy. If he takes out me, the other guy will be able to get a shot into him. If he hits that guy, I should be able to put a shot into him. But it all depends. If he's on a 1, we just have to hope the other guy's a 1 shot or a 2 shot at the most. If he's on full health, then yeah, I don't fancy our odds. But as you can see, we did well. I mean, we can't really fault. I've put in the risk of putting in HE. I am not 100% sure whether that was a good shout or not. I mean, the Terran is quite easy pennable. Might have to just gamble, to be honest, because and the thing is, he would be stupid to be in the city, because obviously he's got the view range and the camo. He should be sitting back somewhere behind some bushes, and then if we've got to come to him. Yeah, again, if this was any versus any other tank, we would be in for... I'd still say odds were against us, but if it was a heavy, we would win this game. If it was maybe a medium, we would have a 50-50 chance. But yeah, there we go. He's killed that guy, and he's on. We can't kill him with one shot. So yeah, it's game over. And I'm on. Even if it went to running out of time, he's got more hit points, so he'll probably win the game. I mean, there's still a chance we could win the game, depending on what tanks they had and what tanks we had, because it comes down to how many hit points you've taken from the enemy team. Trying to get some bushes between us, but I'm guessing he's going to probably... We're putting in heat, because I'm just like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, even if I put HE in, even if I pen, I'm still not killing it in one shot. So I was hoping he was going to pull back through the other side of the city, but I think he's just going to come through here. Looks like he's just kind of waiting to see if I pushed with the heavy. Yeah, it's just a waiting game now. Like I said, just a really good tank. This thing is pretty mean, that's for sure. And if you did like the video, guys, give it a like and subscribe, because I'll be bringing you I'm doing a whole series on this. We both spot each other here. Try to track him in place. Yeah, it's just... Oh dear. I mean, we get about 4,000 combined in a tier 10. But just can't compete against the tier 10 version of this tank, unfortunately. Yeah, because I'm doing every nation. This is kind of the last major nation I'm doing. My next video probably it'd be either one video or two where I do basically all the smaller nations as just like 1 or 2 videos, just because smaller nations have less tanks to choose from, right? It's just the way it is. So we're out in the object 2685, being power crept a little bit of recent, but it's still a very good TD. As you can see, it's a turreted TD, always gives it an advantage. It's not the slowest vehicle either. It's got a bit of armor as well. I mean, basically you can sit back and snipe with this thing. You can get up pretty close and personal, do a peekaboo, maybe bounce the occasional shot. I mean, wouldn't rely on it. It's not a heavy, but it's got better armor than most TDs. And like I said, it's turreted, so you can play a little bit more aggressive in this thing. And it's pretty stealthy. It's pretty stealthy as well. It's basically got everything, really. And like, it's a TD, so it hits pretty hard, as you'll see. Yeah, we're just kind of waiting for someone to make a mistake here. I'm not going to push unless I have to. Ooh, there we go. Someone's up there now. Yeah, I'm just kind of waiting for my first shots at this point. Just kind of seeing how the game plays. Looks like the enemy is pushing the town. And I think I was going to say I thought we were going to lose this game, to be honest, because there is a full platoon of patterns. Those guys over there, whatever the name of the tank is. As you can see, 755, not a bad roll. And as you can see, there's 3 of them. They're good. Those are good tanks. Didn't lead the shot there enough, but panicking a bit. I was just like, we need to get him out because he's going to kill this guy over here. Don't know why he's just done that, to be honest, but he's done it. So kind of waiting. There we go. Now we've got over 1,000. Our first kill. And we've got a teammate here who's now coming and seeing the kind of like the same issue. The enemy has taken the town over here and we are losing. There's a light tank underneath us, didn't see that. But a lovely shot into one of those guys. Really want to take those guys out. Yeah, and the light tank's just... Yeah, and the yeah, Pisty people still using that. Yeah, fluffed that shot, unfortunately. Didn't quite hit the weak point, but quite often don't need to hit the weak points in this thing. It's got pretty good pen, although I am using AP, not rather premium rounds, which is a bit of a shame. So this guy's coming up. It's the Rogal Dawn, I believe, and that is quite an OP tank. And they just... Don't know what hit me there. Don't know if it was him or one of these guys back here. This guy's just sitting out. I don't know why. Gets taken out by the Rogal Dawn. And yeah, that was annoying. I'd locked on to the tank in the back there. I came out and for some reason it flicked down to the Rogel Dawn. It really threw me out, so I missed that shot. That was quite annoying. Don't know why it did that. Hit the pattern again. Saying good game because we are losing and they're pushing. They're pushing the town. They're winning the town by like a mile. Oh, just tracked him there. He turned a little bit earlier than I thought he was going to. Hoping someone would finish him off, but no, there's no one here to really shoot him, unfortunately. I was expecting this guy to, pull back or pull behind something, but he actually pushed forwards, and luckily he got behind cover before I could hit him. So we are losing. I mean, the majority of our team is up on this hill, and we haven't won the hill, and the enemy has won the this town as well. He comes side on, very silly. Put him out of the misery. Oh, and there's the light tank. And he's probably fully loaded. He'll probably take out our light tank, and he is going to come round and take me out. And he does. So I'm thinking, right, this is it. I'm probably going to get one more hit in. I get hit here. Take one of the patterns out. The M485 or whatever it's called. So we're loading in premium rounds right now. And now we've kind of equaled the teams up. There's still 2 in the platoon. They're still waiting for me. I can see a tree getting pushed down there, so I know someone's coming. He's probably going to be shooting at me in a sec. I'll put him out of his misery, but that means I am empty for the light tank, and luckily he doesn't target me. He now targets me. Just gets away with that, unfortunately. So we turn our attention back to this corner. And again, we see a tree coming down. And he doesn't fire. We put him out of the game. And we get about 6,000 combined. Now, will the light tank get taken out? We put in AP. Because I've actually bounced off the back of one of these things with heat, I think it was. Ridiculous. Now expecting him to come back round. So I am kind of pre-aiming around here. We've got 5 kills as well. That's a pretty damn good game, to be honest. Just waiting for him to make his run across here, hopefully. Hopefully make a 6 kill. He hasn't got much hit points left, but so what? And gets taken out just before we can get that kill. But that was a good game. Still enjoy this tank. It's very good. It's like the Russian. I would say it's the Russian version of the E4, to be honest. That kind of play style. Right, we've got first class as well. That's nice. We like that. The next one is in the tier 6. Another TD, the SU-100Y. Now, this is kind of toxic. It's not broken. Why is it not broken? Because it is paper thin armor, and it's massive, and it's slow and sluggish. As soon as you get spotted, you're pretty much mincemeat. Everyone can hit you, everyone can pen you. But it's pretty toxic because it has this massive gun on it. You can really punish people. If you can stay unspotted and the enemy just kind of rolls out into the open, you're going to get a lot of damage output in this thing. It's pretty insane. It's quite an old tank now, but it's not bad. It's not bad at all, to be honest. As you can see, we're just waiting for this, for the enemy tanks to come out. But are they going to? That is the question. Now, it looks like a lot of the enemies not coming this way. So that's kind of unfortunate. And this is kind of like turretless TDs in general. You kind of got to set up and hope the enemy does what you want it to. Like push this corner and come out into the open. And it just doesn't look like they're going to do that, right? They either gone all the 1-2 line, or they're just sitting on the 9 and 0 line, just behind the cover, which is what I would do, which is the smarter play. But as we're playing tier 6, you don't really think they're going to be doing all that smart plays. I'm not 100%. I can't remember what tier this game is. I don't think we're top tier. I think it's a tier 7. But we're pushing now, just trying to get like some footage for this video, so we're just going to have to do some pushing here. Like I said, we haven't got the armor to really be doing this very well, or the hit points to either. If it had a bit more hit points, you could just take the hit and then punish them for it. But yeah, you don't want to be sitting in front of too many guns, because yeah, everything's going to pen you. Someone is seeing me and someone is looking at me, and we put a lovely shot into that light tank. That is again a bit of a broken tank, that one, so we want to take it out as quickly as possible. And as you can see, we hit one shell and it's 404. That's on the higher end, but that's a damn good. And there's no knee, unfortunately. We do not, and we hit in the weak point. We put in premium rounds, and yeah, unfortunately lag is ruining our game, and we do not want to be hit by that gun. And luckily we bounced it. Like I said, I know I said it doesn't have an armor, but yeah, we got lucky there. 2 shots in, we got in a tier 6 game, and we've got 717 damage. That ain't bad. And obviously if that guy had more hit points, we'd be able to, you know, possibly get more damage on that thing, but we took the rest of its hit points. Yeah, didn't fully aim that one. Yeah, you got quite a long load time and aim time, as goes with most big caliber guns like this. And obviously, thing is, this low tier, you're going to be coming across things that can fire very quickly. But like I said, it's toxic. This is a toxic video, not a broken tank video. So yeah, you can have some very bad games in this thing, but if you set it up right, you can ruin some people's games. That's for sure. Like hitting for 400 odd at tier 6. That's half your someone's hit points, if not more. And if you're top tier, yeah, you're taking guys out in one hit. And we again rush that shot, but we do get it in. We're getting a fair bit assisted. Artillery has just missed us. Put a big old hit into him before he gets behind cover. He's pushing the wrong direction. He's pushing towards our team. He's getting killed. As you can see, we're getting a fair amount of damage and assisted right now. So we've got over 2,500 combined. We just haven't got many kills, unfortunately. We seem to be hitting these people first and getting a big chunk of their damage down, and everyone else seems to be finishing them off. But yeah, I mean, tier 6, should it be hitting this hard? Really? Probably not. Right, and a lot of the enemy team seems to have... Oh yeah, this is the game, guys. Unfortunately, this game goes quite well for us, but unfortunately we're going to lose this game to the enemy taking the cap. Not much I can do about this. This tank is extremely slow. We've got a medium and some other TDs who are probably faster. They ain't going to get back now. I mean, I just don't understand. No one seems to be doing anything about it anyway, so we've got over 3,000 in a tier 6. That is pretty damn nice, right? It's probably going to be a lot trickier than in pretty much most other tanks at tier 6 to be getting that kind of damage. And we didn't hit that many shots, to be fair, either. So that's only for a class, by the way. Yeah, so... And we are out in the Tyranny, one of the other broken TDs in the Russian premium tank line. And yes, it is basically a tier 10 version of Shaska. And this, again, guys, isn't a particularly good game. This is actually quite a bad game. But it's like I'm just showing you why it is kind of broken or toxic. Either one. It hits just very hard. It is quite it is actually very stealthy, really. And it's got a turret, and it's pretty fast. And the load time isn't terrible on this thing. I mean, there's not many downsides to this thing. And look, first hit's 912. Just about, what, 12 seconds? Reload, that ain't bad. Yeah, you got no armor. This is one of the only downsides to it. The aim time isn't bad either, all things considered. Kind of looked like that was going to hit there, but never mind. We got the assisted. Like I said, got no armor to speak of, so you're going to be penned. And unfortunately, at the moment, we should have loaded premiums. Unfortunately, we got that light tank that's got a minigun on. That thing's going to shred this thing. I've unfortunately been on the receiving end of that gun in this tank, and it's just ruined me. And I took the hit for someone else, which is nice. So thanks for that, heavy tank. Yeah, didn't even pen the shot, but he's dead now. So we got load in the AP. As you can see, without food, it's like 14 seconds reload for a pretty big hitting gun. Yeah, unfortunately, yeah, this game's not going to go particularly well. But yeah, again, it's just why. I mean, like I said, I've given the reasons why it's toxic. But another reason why it's toxic, it just kind of makes a lot of the tech tree tanks redundant, as well as the one I showed you previously. There's probably one tech tree TD in the Russian line that's almost, or yeah, I would say on par with these two tanks. We've got two others, and they're just not as good as the Tyran and the one I played earlier. They're just not. So, you know, if you're going through tanks to play, this one's a premium. It's just better. So why play the other ones? That was the smallest of shots there, guys. The smallest of shots. But we got it in. So we're over 2,000 combined right now. That ain't bad for what, 2-3 minutes into a game. Yeah, that guy's going to commit suicide because I don't know why he's there, to be honest. He's got himself into a very bad situation. He's on a tiny bit of health. He's probably just going to drown himself, and he has, yeah. So we're going to see if the enemy pushes this flank. We're just going to see if we can take some blind shots. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, that was a very speculative shot there. Didn't go quite as planned. Yeah, as you can probably see from my series so far of toxic tanks, I've probably released a fair few before this one. A lot of the broken tanks are broken TDs and broken light tanks. I don't think I've got many replays of mediums or heavies. Or certainly not many heavies. I just don't. They're just not quite up there at the moment. And we get spotted, unfortunately. We want to pull back as soon as we can. And we get penned a couple times by that new pesky light tank. I'm not sure why that light tank isn't coming to help spot up our team. We are actually winning right now. Of course, fluff that shot, and that's a tusk. Now, if I was that light tank, I'd be taking some blind shots at this corner. Because I keep poking it. Not sure where he is either, to be fair. Oh, that was actually perilously close, that. Now, one of the downsides, I think, is the premium rounds on this. I think it's heat. I'm not a big fan of heat. And there you go. And we hit it, but we don't pen, just hit the tracks. Of course we do. That's a problem with taking blind shots. You can't see exactly where the tank is. You can just see where they're firing from. That was, yeah, would have really enjoyed taking, getting a hit on that guy. And taking another bit of damage. Because, unfortunately, this is pretty much all I kind of get in the game. I get a little bit more damage, but like I said, not bringing the best games, because obviously that would take, you know, a while to get a really good game in all of these tanks. I'm just bringing you basically replays to show you why these tanks I consider toxic for the game. And I think there's a lot of them these days. Like I said, it's gotten really bad. Mainly because it's like one of those things that wargaming promised at the very start when it came out, that premium tanks would be slightly worse than the tech tree variants, right? They would be just to help you train your crews and get a bit of extra silver, and that would be it. That went out the window like 3 or 4 years into the game, really. Oh, unlucky. Hit the gun manlet. So we got over 3,000 combined. And we bounced a tiny bit of damage. As you can see, that guy's getting shots on me. And yeah, he's just going to blind fire me now. There you go. And then he just melts my armor, and that's the reason why that tank is very, very toxic and bad for the game. Anyway, that is the end of the video, guys. I hope you liked it. Like I just said, if you did, give it a like and subscribe, because I'll be doing a whole series on toxic premium tanks. Anyway, bye-bye, guys.